Welcome everyone to another episode of Into the Pit. And I have here Miss Melissa Bryan, who is returning to my show. She is not only a psychic medium, but she also is an author. And you had some new stuff coming up. We're gonna talk about those kinds of things. So I'm gonna let you start it off. What's going on?
Yeah, well, I'm updating my first book, Born into Shamanism. I'm fleshing out some parts, adding chapters, and updating some other stuff. I've been working some missing persons cases, and that's worked out really well. Really well.
Hopefully it's worked out well for the missing person.
Oh, yes, yes. In fact, one of them, I brought someone locally home to their family. He had fallen into the river and drowned.
Oh no.
And he died in the river. He showed me, and I remember this like it was yesterday, because, you know, to me it's like, because I'm an auntie myself to a little boy, to me this case I could not ignore it. Right. Because it was like I got some images and I went and drove down to where I felt his energy. I found where he put his boat in the water, because he was used to, you know, like just drifting down river a little bit onto the other side of the river. Mm-hmm. Well, this time it didn't work out for him. Unfortunately, he did pass. He took his boat into the water, and it played out like a movie from there. It was like he showed me putting his stuff in the boat and putting his boat in the water, getting in the boat. And just shortly from there was like some rapids, and his boat overturned. He went in the water, hit his head on a rock, out of his body immediately.
At least he didn't suffer.
His body drifted down maybe a couple thousand feet. And when I went to where they were waiting and watching for the body to come up out of the water so they could fish him out, they were like, you know, well, what if he went downriver and all that? I looked about maybe 100, 200 feet upriver from where we were standing, and I saw him. I physically saw him standing there staring a hole through me. I'm like, he's right there. He is right over there. They're like, you're sure? I said, I am gut sure. I am 110%. I mean, I can't make this stuff up. He's standing right there, and I'm seeing him staring a hole through me. Whoa. He's right over there. You're going to find him. And everyone's like, yeah, right, you know. I got a message from his aunt on Facebook, probably a couple days later, and said, we found him exactly where you said. I said, told you. And I've gotten the biggest thank yous from his family. I mean, that is just really amazing. It's great. It's a good feeling.
That's great when you can help out a family like that. But
yeah.
It's also sad that someone had to pass like that.
Right. Exactly. And all he wanted to do was go to the other side of the river, and problem was he couldn't swim. But the rapids got him to the point of where it's like I guess the water pressure just forced him down, and bingo, his head on a rock, out of his body.
Yeah. So what can you talk about any more?
Yes. Let's see. The Bryan laundry case, that one is still not wrapped up.
No, and that's the one that's been national, that they
yes
killed his girlfriend, or
yeah. And a lot of my information went into kind of sort of wrapping it up, but not really wrapping it up. I feel like he faked his death, because what they said is that, oh yeah, it's him. No, it was not. It was his cousin who shares similar DNA. I feel like he's still out there on the run, and I know where he's going to end up.
Oh yeah?
They're going to find him in Montana. I can't get that one out of my gut. They're going to find him in Montana. I don't know when, but that's where they're going to find him. Because thing is, He's a mountain person. He is an expert survivalist. So he's going to know how to fake his death, how to, move around without being detected. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they're going to find him in the mountains of Montana.
Okay.
That's where I feel like they're going to find him. I want to be there when they get him. And he's going to say, how did you? It's like, I know you from a past life. I know you. I know your energy. I know who you are. And you cannot escape my energy because I'm going to find you.
Have you made it on TV for any of this stuff?
No.
No. Don't want to either, huh?
Not really. Not really. I mean, if I did, that's fine. But, it's something, not really on my radar, so to speak. I mean, if they wanted to talk to me, that's fine. Cool,
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of like, okay, if it happens, it happens. If not, well, And the two girls in Utah that were murdered, I don't know their names right off the bat, but anyway, they found, my husband, bless him, he found an article saying that, no, it wasn't my husband. No, I'm sorry, it was me. I found an article saying that they found his keys where these two girls were camping. I said, I knew he had something to do with that. I knew it. I friggin' knew it. Now the proof's in the pudding.
Mm.
And then the Kylie Rodney case. Yeah, I got my finger on the pulse of that one too.
Oh, really?
Yep. I know exactly who killed her. I have a sketch and I have information kind of backing it up. Not proving exactly, but backing up current information, shall we say.
And what's law enforcement saying about this information?
I have not presented mine to them yet. I'm trying to figure out who to go to as of right now. And if I can find out who it is, it might be Sheriff's Department, it might be PD, I'm not real sure. But if I find out who is handling the case, I'm going to, call them and say, look, I have information on this. I don't know who's handling the case. If you guys are willing to take it, I'm willing to talk. Let's powwow.
Well, that's pretty cool to have that kind of ability that you could help out finding these folks.
Yeah, and I won't take any money for it. I refuse to take money for it. I won't do it.
That's pretty awesome. So now let's talk a little bit about your book.
Yeah, my book. I'm adding chapters. I'm fleshing out one other chapter, and I'm adding information to another chapter and deleting some stuff that no longer pertains. And, I'm just refreshing it and, adding so much more stuff like Bigfoot. I have had some experiences with this living here at this place. We have had Bigfoot, literally Bigfoot, come through our yard, leaving tracks, actual tracks. And I have this on my YouTube. And we've measured these tracks out. They're like, gosh, like about 16 or 18 inches long by about 6 inches wide.
Wow.
They're huge, huge. And I recorded this on YouTube. I made a video about it. And I've gotten pictures down by the Klamath River, about 2,000 feet from my door, that I believe is a Bigfoot habitat. I cannot prove this for absolute certainty, but, these little huts along the river, and there are thousands of them. If not hundreds of them, there are thousands of them. And they are built literally out of blackberry vines. I mean, not that a human could not have done it, but in the hundreds and thousands, It would have taken an awful long time, and those things have long stickers on them. So, yeah.
Well, if I've got a buddy of mine that picked up some footage that maybe you might want to look at. Tell me what you think.
I will.
I said I thought it was a ghost. He says that he thinks it's Bigfoot, but he's apparently I guess there's something to do with their fur that makes them transparent or whatever. I don't know. Get your advice on it. See what you think.
I'd like to take a look at it. Absolutely. Yeah. I'll take a look.
So that's something new I'm getting into.
I also have it where we think one Bigfoot in particular literally looked in our trailer door, the sliding glass door over here, and left a mark of its face.
Really?
Yeah. And I've got a picture of it.
I was going to say, did you take a picture of it? I'd love to see that.
I took a picture of it. Yeah, of the impression that it left on the glass. When I realized what it was, I was just like, oh, whoa.
Right.
I mean, jaw drop time.
Yeah, exactly. What's your thoughts on this? Because I think there's some kind of correlation between why there's a lot of paranormal activity, UFO activity, and cryptid activity that seem to be in the same area. What's your thoughts?
It could be ley lines from what now I've only heard this as a theory. I can't prove it. Ley lines for one. For two, there could be a concentration of people that energetically attract it. You see what I'm saying?
Now, that's kind of been a little bit of my theory, is that has something to do with energy. I don't know if it's people's energy or if there's some kind of energy in that area, which is, that can build up the like ghosts. Or
water has been known to be a conductor, so if there's water nearby, that could be a factor.
Yep.
It could be ley lines. It could be ley lines that may attract it, which is the Earth's grid. Or it could be a concentration of people that energetically attract this activity. Because some people like me come into it from birth, and attract this kind of energy.
Now, nice when we find the answer.
Yeah, there could be a concentration of people that do it, that attract it. Ley lines, water source, also known as stone tape theory. I've heard of it, not that I know for sure that it's it, but I've also heard that if there's say the ground is embedded with heavy concentrations of quartz, I've heard that can attract it or cause stone tape theory or something of that nature. Now, it could be a combination of all of them concentrated in one area too. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I'm obviously not an expert on that, but if it is, it is. Right.
Never know. One day we will find out. One day we will find out. So what's the extra that you've added to the book?
Well, not only Bigfoot, I'm also adding some more experiences to one of my chapters, which, I go by say childhood, teens, 20s, 30s, 40s. I'm just adding to my 40s right now because I have all the other chapters kind of where they're going to be. And so I'm adding some to that. I'm fleshing out past last life memories with genealogical information that ties past and present together.
That's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more.
Well, most people know, and I do not make a secret of it, I am cousin to Billy the Kid. And I was his wife last time around. Yes, we were married, and I have a family story that backs that up. And then I have the actual marriage record to back that up. And all of it is going into my book, along with genealogical records and birth, marriage, death, census, and records of his mother and other relations, and kind of tying somewhat one claimant, John Miller, and the other claimant, William Henry Roberts. And I found another piece of information on another group, and I'm giving the author of this one full credit. It's like, nope, this is not my information, but it does tie into what I have.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Can you indulge on anything else, or you don't want to give away any more secrets?
Oh, no. In fact, that's all I'm really doing with it at this point. I'm adding more photos, and I'm adding everything that I've currently experienced, and I'm adding the genealogical stuff. I'm adding Bigfoot as a chapter to itself, and all of my experiences with that. And it's just going to be really cool when I get done. Let's put it this way, it's going to be a barn burner, because it refutes historical record claiming, oh, well, he was a murderer. Oh, well, he was a bandit. Oh, well, he was a thief. Oh, well, he was this, he was that. No, he was not.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. No, he was not. I mean, he may have done some stuff early on in life, yeah, but you know, he was also a husband, a father, a brother, an uncle, a cousin, you know, the typical stuff that any person is. And where he was when, like, for example, Sheriff Brady was killed, he was not there, and I have that to proof. How can he be where that guy was killed and like 3 or 4 days ride north at Fort Sumner on the same day? Does not add up.
He took a
There's
jet.
no way one person can be in 2 places at one time.
Unless you're on Star Trek.
Well, yeah, but we didn't have that back then. We didn't have that back then. So no way he could have teletransported anywhere. I mean, how can one person be in 2 places on the same day? Doesn't add up.
Unless he had a jet.
Oh, no. No,
I tried.
boy, do I wish. I wish we had the technological advances back then that we have now.
Well, he's really Emilio Estevez anyway. So, you know that, right?
Funny you should say that. Emilio actually believes he's Billy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he believes he is. Yeah. I mean, because every time he goes to New Mexico, everyone's like, oh, she's back, you know, and it's like, he is a cousin in that family line. And that's the other thing I'm going to add to the book as well. He is in that family line, and Billy is our main predecessor and ancestor that ties my line and his together.
Wow. I didn't know he thought that way.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. Yeah. I mean, if you go up on like his Instagram, you'll see.
Well, I don't hardly get on Instagram.
Well, he's got an Instagram, and his hashtag is alias William H. Bonney.
I'm gonna have to check that then.
His hashtag is alias William H. Gawney.
Well, I learned something new every day.
And he truly believes he's Billy. And some say I look like Billy. Yeah, I mean, I'm his cousin. I once scared the living stuff out of a Pat Garrett wannabe. I literally made that dude leave New Mexico and he never came back. He was so terrified. I mean, he was so terrified. He looked at me and he started shaking. I'm like, dude, I'm not him. Trust me. I'm his cousin. And I'm way worse.
Funny.
You know, I gave him my name and number, said, hey, come take a look at my information. You're welcome anytime. You know, I'm not him, and I will never claim that. Nope. I am his cousin. Yes, that's the truth. And, well, it is what it is.
It's funny. The other day, I was starting to go back and work on some of my old videos, and the guy was trying to tell me how to clean it up and make, put the right keywords and all this other stuff. And so I went back, and one of the first videos that I saw when I was going backwards was the one that I did the interview with you some time back. And then when I got that message from you, I was like, this is the weirdest coincidence. Why do these things keep happening to me? I mean, it's a coincidence, but it's not a coincidence. You know what I mean? I
totally get it.
Is my ability starting to finally surface?
Everyone's are. Everything's going up with that now. Yeah.
Well, now explain why they say that the veil is thinning, because I don't think folks understand that.
Well, it's that we're jumping and moving timelines, and we were not supposed to have gone to the timeline we're on now. We're kind of slowly starting to go back to the original timeline, and everyone's abilities are coming together to make that timeline leap back to the original timeline.
So what does that exactly mean?
It means if you're a political watcher, fanatic, whatever you want to call it, watch and see what's going on. We were not supposed to have gotten Biden. We were not supposed to have gotten him. We were supposed to have gotten Trump. That's the truth. I'm just saying what the truth is. Okay. I'm just a watcher, so I'm just watching what's going on, observing. We were not supposed to have gotten all the effects of what is going on politically. We were not supposed to have gotten all that, but things have gone so off the rails with the timelines that we're supposed to have stayed on our original timeline with however I guess political things affect our world. We're supposed to all be coming together to fight all the bad stuff to get back to the original timeline.
Gosh, I hope we do soon.
Yeah.
I don't like what's going on.
I just observe, I just observe, and I feel like we're on the right track. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're on the right track to getting back there, but we're not there yet. There are some people that need to exit the timeline, whether that's militarily, politically, whatever you want to call this stuff. I don't know. I don't care. But, as humanity, let's get together and fight the bad stuff and get back to normal, huh?
Oh my gosh, please. I'm ready to get back to normal. Don't get me wrong. I'm one of these folks that you do you, but let me live my life. I'm not going to push my beliefs on you. Don't push your beliefs on me. And yet it seems like people want to push everything they believe on you. And if you don't agree with them, and then they want to exile you. And
Yeah,
cancel you. And I'm tired of it.
exactly.
I'm tired of it.
Exactly. And I do have a message for our current sitting president. Knock off the divisiveness. We don't need this. Stop.
Amen. Amen to that.
Just stop. All this F-15 stuff, you think our military is going to go up against our people? Mm-mm. No, I'm sorry. You're deluding yourself.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've
Just
got a lot to
stop.
say about that, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, no. All I'm telling him, I've got a message for him. Just stop. Just stop. Knock this stuff off. Don't.
And I want to reach out across the aisle and let folks know. I don't care what you believe. I've got one goal, and that's to try to bring people together and bring some
Exactly.
positivity,
Exactly.
some kind of inspiration into your life. And I honestly don't care who you voted for, what your beliefs are. I still want to be your friend. I am not a racist. I'm not a homophobe. I'm not a
No,
transphobe.
exactly.
I'm none of these things. I'm not a fascist.
Right.
I mean, a fascist wants
Right.
to rule by, you do what I want you to do. Not say, a fascist would not come out and say, you live your life the way you want to live your life. I let me
Right.
live my life the way I want to live my life.
My late grandfather, bless him, my maternal grandfather, who's crossed to spirit, also my rock and in spirit in this life, in World War II, he was a freedom fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He left the fascist army to fight with the freedom fighters for the United States. And my family has a long history of fighting these kinds of, I guess, societal demons, if you will. And I could not be more proud of them. They're my rock in this life, and I love them. And,
Well, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I absolutely love them. They're my rock in this life. And I've got to give a big shout out to Billy, Wyatt, Pat, Bill, all you guys. Mwah. I love you, Grandpa Jesse. I love you. And by the way, you sent me another cousin. I'm going to hug the stuffing daddy. He sent me another cousin this morning. I'm like, I'm going to get you.
Oh, funny. Oh, quick.
My family, God, love them. Especially in spirit, they're constantly like, oh, here's another cousin. Here's another cousin. It's hysterical. I love them.
I wanted to ask a question of you too. Do you see anybody behind me?
Yes, young man.
A young man this time.
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe him?
No, he's kind of a little bit hazy. I see like an outline. I don't see the full thing, like his energy's not coming through fully, but I do see him.
Is he saying anything?
No, he's just standing there like watching. There's something about him watching. I don't know what this is.
Interesting.
Yeah, his energy's just not coming through enough that I can really read it.
Tell you something kind of interesting too. I had a medium on that was like, "Hey, you got some people behind you," and I'm like, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah, there's like two women and there's a guy." And for some reason, the 1800s always pops up.
Yeah, because you had a past life there.
Even when, I did a past life regression with a guest, and I was in the 1800s. It was the late 1800s, but
yeah, I can read that on you.
maybe that's why I love the Old West so much. I could watch cowboy movies all day long.
I already do. I watch them all. Gunsmoke, Wagon Train, Wild Wild West.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, all of them. I'm even a big rodeo fan. So yeah.
Well, I love Clint Eastwood. I could
Oh
watch
yeah.
Clint Eastwood movies over and over and over again. And
Yeah, you were a drover. I don't know if they told you this. You were a drover.
what's that?
It means a cowboy. It means someone who moved cattle from one ranch or area to another area or another ranch, long cattle drives, that kind of thing.
Hmm, maybe that's why I'm fascinated with it then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll before I forget, Terrence Hill. I love Terrence Hill as well. I don't know if you ever watched those movies. My name is Nobody, and
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I've seen a couple of them. I can't recall what they were, but yeah.
I just had to remember that and say it before I forgot. I don't. I'm
Whoa,
fast.
who's the lady that just popped in? Who's the lady that just popped in?
Oh,
She was just like, and she just popped in real fast and then back out again.
really?
Yeah. Real high collar dress. I don't know what this is, but like a high collar dress.
Hmm. I want to say that's what was described last time as well.
Yeah, like a real high collar dress. Yeah, she just like came in and out just like real fast. And whoa, okay. Next time you pop in, hun, go ahead and stay a bit.
Yeah. Stop in, say hi, and tell
Yeah,
us a little
don't be a
something.
stranger, y'all. Don't be a stranger.
Oh man. I'm fascinated with that stuff. Yellowstone, I got addicted to that real quick.
Yeah, you were a cowboy, a drover, nobody famous, of course, just someone who moved cattle from one, whether it be a ranch to another ranch or one area to another area, like Chisholm and Goodnight trails, which I know a lot about those. Um, between like say Abilene, Kansas and like Dallas, Fort Worth. Um, gosh. Um, yeah, you were on the big trails a lot. You were on the big trails. I mean, the real famous ones. Goodnight Loving Trail, Chisholm Trail. I have a connection to Chisholm, distant cousin or something like that. But anyway,
So that explains why I always get that that excited, uh, what's the other word, the almost euphoric feeling when I'm out in an open pasture, like when I'm with on a
mhm,
ranch or
your soul
passing a ranch.
remembers. Yes, your soul
Wow,
remembers.
that explains a lot.
Hmm. Your soul remembers.
I wish they hadn't have messed up my body.
Yeah, you were killed in a not too nice way. Uh, yeah,
Of course.
it was an argument. There was an argument over something. I don't know what this was, whether it be a woman or money or I don't know, maybe even a card game, possibly. You know, out here in the West, there's a million ways to die, like they say, and that's the absolute truth.
That's
Um,
it's because I got my salsa in New York City. You got that.
absolutely. Every time those commercials would come on, I mean, I'm like howling with laughter.
Get a rope.
That one is an absolutely hysterical classic piece. Oh my God, that one was funny. Oh, funny, 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 funny. Um,
I'm glad you got the reference.
Absolutely. Oh my God, that one was absolutely classic back in the 1980s. Oh my God, that was funny. Oh shoot. Yeah, that one was hysterically funny. I would just be absolutely on the floor howling with laughter. Everyone's like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, "Didn't you goddamn get the message? Didn't you get the message? Duh! Hello, Rope, New York City. You didn't get the right salsa. Like the one from Texas is like the right one. Hello. Anybody home?"
Oh my goodness. So what, anything else you got going on besides the book? And
well, I'm working the Kylie Rodney case right now, and hopefully maybe they'll take my information. Let's hope, huh?
yeah. Well, hopefully it can get solved and get solved quick.
Yeah. And then in November, after we get all this move-in stuff all dealt with, and just before Thanksgiving, I'm going to write my second book, a cookbook.
No.
And a lot of my recipes are from family and passed down through generations. And that's why I'm calling it Recipes from Generations, My Mountain Home.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah, it's My Mountain Home, Recipes from Generations. And it's going to be pretty much all of my recipes that I use, that I have collected, from my family over the years, and stuff I've come up with myself. And I'm going to include them all in there.
Well, you need to let me know when that comes out, because
I will. I'd
love to cook. I love those old time recipes.
I have one chili recipe that's going to knock your socks off.
Ooh.
My husband describes it as, it comes in sweet and mild, and 5 seconds later, bam, right straight to blaring heat.
Do you have a website?
I do. It's https://OLPSYENT.com.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put that in the description anyway. I know you're on Instagram and you're on Facebook.
I'm on practically everything: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Skype. God, I've got all the major platforms. I've got everything. I've got the link to all of my links on the homepage to my website.
Okay. I'm going to
put drum.io, and you can just click on it and it'll take you to the page and it'll give you all of my links.
I'll make sure that I share those with everyone in the description, so they can click on it and make it easy for them.
Yeah.
But anyway, I appreciate you coming back on and telling me.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, of course.
I appreciate it.
And I told you, anytime you wanted to talk about whatever projects you got coming up,
absolutely,
let me know.
Absolutely.
And
that lady that came in, she's from your most recent past life, and that's where we connect. Is you were a drover cowboy and I was the wife of an outlaw. You guys came through Fort Sumner a few times. It was one of the stopovers.
All right.
Because you guys also did something for Chisholm Ranch, which my guys did as well. You did something for the XIT Ranch, the block, block ranch, like our block, I don't know. Anyway, something about Block Ranch. And then there was like several of the big famous ranches you did drover work for. And Fort Sumner was one of your stopovers. So that's the connection between us.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm going to have to look that up. I have a cousin that started doing the family tree. Fortunately, he passed not too long ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got to see who's got the info now. But again, thank you. Appreciate you coming on. And to all of you out there, if you happen by the channel, this is your first time, I hope you'll come back. So please subscribe. For those of you who are regular, thank you for that support. It's because of you that I get to do this. So until the next one, everyone, please take care. Be kind to one another. God bless and peace.
Po boy.